what is the difference between holiness and righteousness? Now, what is the difference between holiness and righteousness? It's very simple. Holiness is a place. Holiness is a condition. And righteousness is a nature. It is a character. So I'll explain briefly. I said holiness is a place and it is a condition. When God sanctifies something, whether it's a place, it's a person, it's a thing, it's called holy because God sanctified it. Now, to sanctify means that God has separated it from all others and separated it unto himself. It's a two-way thing. The first part of it is he separates it from everything else, from all others, and separates it to himself. It's one thing to separate anything, anybody from other things, but that doesn't mean you have separated that thing to yourself. But in this connection, God separates someone, a person, from others and separates that person to himself. Then you say that person is holy. When God's presence comes upon someone, or when God's presence comes upon a place like it did on the mountain in the Old Testament, it was called a holy mountain because God's presence came upon that mountain. When God showed up there, it was called holy. Now, the temple was called holy because the presence of God was there, and God had separated that place for himself where he would meet with his people. So, holiness is a place. That means a condition, a place in God. When God has separated you to himself, you are called holy. And every child of God is called holy. The Bible says that we are holy. He calls every one of us holy because we are separated unto God. We are sanctified by the Spirit of God to himself. So we're called holy. So that's our condition. We are in a condition of holiness. And we are expected to perpetually be in a perpetual condition of holiness. That's why it tells us to be holy as God is holy, because that means we continually live in him, be where he is, and that's the only way you can always be holy as God is holy, because you're continually living in his presence. So if you are in God's presence, that is the place of holiness, and that is also the sanctifying condition of your life. So holiness is a place as well as a condition. Now righteousness, on the other hand, is a nature. Righteousness is that nature of God that describes his rightness, his ability to always be right. He's never wrong. He's always right. Whatever God does is right, just right. You see, and when God imparts that nature of his, the ability to be right and to do right and to perform right, to do righteousness, to do what is good, what is right, when God imparts that nature into your life, you automatically become, you are brought into the rightness of God. You're part of that rightness, that is ability to be right. You see, that character of rightness is wrought in your spirit. You become one with him. And that means that you can stand in his presence without a sense of condemnation, a sense of inferiority, or even a sense of guilt. See, so God brings you into that life that he has, and your spirit automatically becomes one with that rightness of God. And from then on, you can live out the nature that is in you. So you see, it's your nature now. It's inside you. It's different from holiness. You see, where you're placed somewhere. In righteousness, it's in your spirit. It becomes the character of your spirit. It becomes the nature of your spirit. That's what, when you're born again, the Bible says you're made the righteousness of God. See, you become one with the righteousness of God. And that's wonderful. That's wonderful. character becomes the character of righteousness. And that's why he expects us to live from inside, to live from that character that he has given us, and we start forming it on the outside. For example, when a child is born, that child is characteristically human. You see, he's characteristically human. And so he starts building on that character that he has inside. He doesn't have the characteristics of a dog. He doesn't have the characteristics of a camel. He's got the characteristics of a human. And then he develops that nature through knowledge, through information. And that's what you need as a child of God. So even though you are the righteousness of God, you may find yourself doing all the wrong things because you don't have the knowledge of God. Like a child, if he's not taught how to walk, he may never walk. Not because he doesn't have the ability to walk, but he was never taught. And so he may never walk. And that's why you teach children to walk. When they get of age, you start teaching them how to walk, because they start creeping. But if you leave them creeping, they'll always creep. So you gotta teach them. And that's why we teach. And that's why you come to the house of God. Apart from fellowship and all the beautiful things we do in the house of God, you are taught. You are taught how to live the life that you now have. This righteousness that is in your spirit. How can you bring it out? How can you live it out? All right.